What's up, guys? AB here,
Weeb collector here.
and on today's installment of Who's Line? No, on Weeb Collection.
Today we're going to be talking about Parasyte. I think it's definitely an underrated show, isn't it?
Oh, most definitely. I love that anime a lot. I think it's super underrated.
It definitely is. And I think there's a show that just came out on Netflix too, not too long ago.
The live action version of it, yeah. I've yet to see that one. Yeah.
Yeah, me neither. I think it's totally different than the show, as far as I know.
Oh, you think they kind of went off on a little bit?
I think they did, and you could tell us in the comments as well. But as far as I know, I haven't seen it yet, so I can't be the one to judge it yet.
Yeah, I'm always worried with live actions because it's really hard to, like, when you watch an anime, you get like the envision of that, and then when they try to do the live action version, they can't do some of the things like you can in the anime, so it doesn't translate over very good. So I'm always worried about that.
As I was watching Parasyte, just to recap it, there's a lot of like CGI that they would have to use to get, like, especially Miggy, like getting his hands flying everywhere, fighting some of the fight scenes. I mean, I feel like that would be kind of rough to do, but who knows? Maybe the new live action actually brings it justice. But as far as I know, I guess we'll have to
watch it and find out.
Yeah,
because especially with like technology nowadays, like they've came in strides on what they can do now with CGI and stuff. So it'd be interesting. But so far, I don't know. Have you seen the One Piece live action?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to tell you about. Actually, I haven't yet.
Yeah,
but I did see like some action scenes of it, and it didn't look terrible.
Yeah, I know there's mixed reviews out there on that. But that, for me, just goes to show you where the future is starting to head with live action, that they're starting to get better at doing that kind of stuff.
And then it's getting a season 2, right?
Yep. I think it's got green light for, like, the whole, to catch up, basically.
That's so crazy to me.
Yeah. But right now they're working on season 2, and that's pretty exciting. I'm excited to see what they do for future.
And hopefully I could get a One Piece statue into the collection for you guys to see. I mean, that's my plans, and I mean, he's a big One Piece fan, so I definitely want to bring one in just to review for him. So
yeah, I think that'd be pretty exciting to do. I have a few in mind, so we'll just see what happens with that.
But anyways, this show, Parasyte, is it's definitely not for everyone. I guess I could tell you, it's definitely bloody.
Yep.
That's for sure. And there's a lot of scary elements in it. The soundtrack, though, I still can't get over the soundtrack.
Yeah, especially like during some of the fight scenes and stuff.
Opening and ending songs, they're phenomenal.
Oh, really good, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a big, like, obviously I think we all can agree, like, music brings, like, an amazing element to anything. So, like, when you have a really good soundtrack or music behind it, it just elevates anything.
Because, I mean, there's a lot of, like, DJ kind of mixing during the fight scenes in Parasyte that just, I think they kind of motivate you in a way. Right?
Yeah, it gets you hyped for that scene or what's happening.
Like, oh, let's go. He's going to win this fight, you know. They really do bring a lot of crazy elements in the show, like about nature and like who's better than who and who's more superior.
And like real quick before we go on, there will be some spoilers in this, just so you know. We'll try to keep them to the minimum, but where we're going to do a review on it, it's going to be a little bit hard. But we'll try to keep them not spoil anything too important.
Yeah.
But as you were saying, like you see Migi sitting there on the computer learning languages and all about biology. Yeah. Like in the very opening episode, you see him reading a textbook and like transforming into like the fishes and all that. So like that, the amount of detail they put into that is insane.
I do think a lot of it is so real. I feel like it could probably happen. You know, like anything could evolve and then just take our brains out. You know, because these parasites, they attack the brain, and then that's how they kill people, and then that's how they eat people. Yeah, taking the humans' brains, basically.
I feel like it's very plausible of a parasite from outer space or whatever. I know there is a type of parasite that we do have in the world. I'm not familiar with what it's called. but it has some similar properties. If
I think it is a parasite too, and it does attack the brain, and then it makes the insect like a zombie or something.
The other crazy thing too is, I don't know if you know this, but like cat people, so like cat urine has something in it, or feces. I don't remember if it's urine or feces, but it kind of makes people a little more risky. They'll do a little more risky things than they normally would do.
I didn't know
comparative. That. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So like on the same stage as that, like where cat urine or feces will do that to a human, make them a little more willing to do something risky. I don't think it's a stretch to say like a parasite would, because we do have that one parasite that will do it.
Yeah. And so you meet the main character, Shinichi. He, a parasite was literally going to go and take him, as a host, but it decides to go in his nose. Which honestly, I feel like in the main beginning, I feel like it could have went in his mouth. But, because his mouth was wide open.
Yeah, he's sitting there snoring.
Yeah, but maybe he couldn't figure out like where to go from the mouth.
Yeah, which orifice or what to do there. Yeah.
But then the Shinichi ends up sneezing, and then the parasite ends up going into the arm, and then he wakes up, and then he finds out that this worm or this parasite is going into, trying to get to his brain, and he wraps a headphone set, the wired headphone set into the arm, and then makes it and ends up staying in there in his hand, basically.
Yeah, because it couldn't get to the brain to take over.
Hopefully that makes sense.
Yeah, like I said, we're trying not to give too many spoilers, but we will give some because we have to talk about some of the things. But since he couldn't get to the brainstem, to take over the host.
So I did have to point this out though. I mean, like, I feel like it is super realistic, but then I think in the beginning I even told you, like, how did this guy this parasite already learn Japanese language, like, right off the bat?
Yeah, as soon as he got in the arm and he was talking to him in Japanese, it's like he pretty much automatically knew it.
I mean, unless it really explains in the manga, which personally I haven't read the manga yet.
I haven't either.
Because I mean, a lot of the parasites, I mean, they already know the language, so that's also very interesting too. That unless they just adapt right when they eat the brain, or I don't know. That's a good. Yeah. You could let us know
in the comments.
Yep, in the comments down below.
Yeah. So I really like, and then like the amount of intricate things going into some of like the fight scenes too that happens. Like in the first episode, the first fight scene between two of the parasites. Yeah. Like, just to think about how creative they were to be like, let's do this, you know.
And then like, I mean, I'm gonna spoil it for you, but this dog is like flying because the parasite, I mean, knew how to fly. Yeah. And I mean, of course, I feel like realistically, it does take you out of being realistic in terms of the fight scenes, but I still think it's do or die. Like, they're gonna die if they don't kill another parasite or
eat a human or whatever. Yeah. It does explain in there that if a dog took over a dog, it would have to eat a dog. If a parasite took over a human, it would have to eat human. So I find that very interesting, and I think that's cool that they went into that route of it just can't eat anything. But it's cool with Shinichi that he can eat human food and it will still give them both nourishment, because you'll see him eating more now, because now he's trying to keep both of them alive. So
I think another thing too is that you meet Murano, right?
Yep, Murano.
And of course it seems like it's a love interest between Shinichi and Murano, of course. But I do love the first episode where he literally, was that Miggy though? Like literally Miggy ends up grabbing her boob, basically.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that was him, because he was still trying to figure out the control, because if you noticed, he was like, oh crap, he realized that he was doing it. Didn't know he was doing it. Yeah. And like same with the texting in the classroom. Or
that was definitely,
Miggy, you know.
So I mean, I thought it was hilarious, like that whole sequence of him trying to adapt, or Miggy trying to adapt. And Miggy is the parasite that got stuck in Shinichi's hand, of course.
Yeah, and I think it's crazy in that like that was his starting phase of like learning people and things, you know, like you have this entity, this parasite, like that's how it started learning it, like it touched her and was going on the internet and reading books and stuff. That's super awesome.
Yeah.
Like it actively seeked knowledge.
Yeah. That's crazy. I mean, could a parasite be like that smart though? I mean, like I said, I guess.
Yeah, because
survival.
That's what it said multiple times. It's like if it's my life or their life, it's gonna be I'm gonna save my life.
Yeah, that's right. Know? Yeah.
So, at the end of it, his goal is just to survive, just to be alive. So
and this anime came out back in 2014, I believe.
I believe that's correct. Yeah.
And I mean, it looks so good for the time. I mean, it came out. Of course, animation was pretty good in 2014, but the animation is really good in this show.
Yeah, I think we said it earlier, but super underrated. I don't know why more people don't talk about it, because the animation style, I think the story is amazing. The character building, the background.
The dub is fantastic.
Oh yeah, I love the dub on it. I haven't seen the sub. He has, but.
And you know what? I could already tell you right now, I honestly love the dub.
Yeah, I enjoyed it thoroughly. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so then I think like the anime literally, it's different. It's not like other anime that are out there.
Yeah.
I feel like it kind of gave me, if you've seen Kaiju number 8, it kind of gives me that vibe a little bit, because spoilers in Kaiju number 8, like the main character ends up ingesting a freaking kaiju, right?
Yeah.
So, and then now he's adapting with the kaiju powers, and that's kind of like what's happening here.
Yeah.
With Shinichi, and then I feel like in each episode, I feel like Shinichi is like evolving too, because then he's like becoming very, very, like he's adapting too, like smarter.
Yep.
He's having more balls, I guess you could say.
Yeah, and then he's getting more desensitized too. So like his human emotions are like throughout the season, you see him start having less and less and less.
Yeah.
So like definitely, and by what I want to say, like mid of the season, like he's doing things that he at the beginning like he wouldn't do at all. But like I also think that's him realizing that he's in the thick of it, and where he's trying to save humanity from these parasites.
Yeah.
That he's got to kill and got to do these things that in the beginning.
Yeah, he just wants to be this hero, it seems like.
Yeah.
For humanity, now that I feel like now he's just using Miggy, and I don't think Miggy even understands that now at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's trying to figure everything out.
Yeah. So, but I really love their interesting dynamic. It's like some of the things that Miggy doesn't understand why he's doing some of the things he's doing. It's like, why put yourself in certain situations when we both just want to survive? And he's like, that's dumb. So like,
yeah, because he doesn't know humanity's like emotions and
and it's you kind of see it, but I feel like Miggy's a little bit different. So I wonder if he would go into the brain, if he would have had that chance to go into the brain, if he would, because he seems like a not super malicious or like wants to take over the world like the rest of the
so
parasites.
I think like since he got chopped by his hand, you know, I feel like he all of a sudden just started learning everything, and he started realizing, he started to change right there. I do not think, like, if he had Shinichi's head, I think because
he would be just like every other
parasite where they just want to kill, you know.
Mm-hmm. See,
because you had the teacher, and the teacher had different visions, but she still had an objective of still taking over.
Well, if you remember correctly, she's like, I was gonna kill humanity at first. So when I first came into the body, she's like, I had this instinct of killing everybody. She wanted to kill everybody. So, but it was the baby that, spoiler, it was the baby that...
That is very true, yes.
That I feel like changed her mind or her perspective. Like now, instead of killing everybody, she wants to see what this is the baby and this route's gonna take her.
Yeah.
You know?
Which I was discussing it with you too. I was wondering, like, I feel like they could do like another side story of that character.
Oh,
the boy.
Yeah.
Like, would the boy have? I mean, I think Miggy even explains like it's a regular boy, but honestly, like the parasite. I mean, just like how Shinichi and Miggy were like evolving together, and he was becoming more parasitic,
Yep.
kind of. It would make sense that maybe the boy would have the same parasitic kind of.
Yeah, I think it'd be a huge mix between parasite and human. Like it have like human emotions, but it also have like parasite emotions.
Definitely kind of remind me of Tokyo Ghoul, maybe. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely in a way.
Yeah.
Because he's trying to figure himself out as a ghoul.
Yes. So maybe there'd be conflictions between the two. But I think that could branch off, like you kind of suggested, into a whole nother series, which I would love if they would do that.
Yeah, that would be pretty neat.
Yeah. I'd love if they bring it back for another.
Unless the manga explains something else about the child. I mean, that would be pretty neat.
Yeah.
And who knows, maybe we could be wrong. You could also let us know in the comments.
Yeah, so please let us know if there's anything that we don't know or miss, you know. Because, we're here to learn together and talk and build this community together, so the more you tell us, the better we all can grow, so that will be fantastic. Or tell us your opinions on some of these things, too, because we'd love to hear them.
And if you're liking this topic, don't forget to like and subscribe. We have many videos that we want to do, especially for statues. So don't forget to hit that like and subscribe.
And we'll catch you next time.
Weeb out.
AB out.